Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Julie. This is Julie Sews Her Own Clothes, and I have my new spring summer fabrics and my plans that I'm going to do with them. So let's get on with it. Before I show you my new fabrics, I'll show you what I'm wearing. This is the ZD jumpsuit that I made, well, last month, because it's May now. I reduced the rise and the bodice by 2 inches, and the fit is so much nicer. I'll shift my chair out the rear and give you a little bit of a glimpse. It's a short leg and it's a very floaty fabric because it's a beautiful sunny day today, and I'm working from home and it's nice and cool. So that's what I'm wearing today. I have quite a bit of fabric. I think if you watch my last video, you will know that I'd ordered some stuff and actually forgot what I'd ordered. I did remember before it arrived, well, most of it. I'll talk you through it now and what I'm gonna do with these lovely fabrics. So the first one, I reordered this beauty. I made a blouse. I'd hacked the sleeves and the bottom of it, and I wanted to make a matching skirt so I could wear it together or separate. So I ordered another 1.5 meters, I think, or 2 meters of this glorious fabric that's from Nerida Hansen. I purchased it from Simple Life Fabrics. Sarah had a flash sale and I got a good percentage off this, and I think I might have purchased the last that she had of this. So I am going to make maybe a tiered skirt. I'm not sure. I might self-draft something. I don't know yet, but I'm going to make a skirt to go with my blouse with that because I just adore that fabric. So that is the first one. And the second one I'm going to show you is, where did I get this one from? Ah, yes. So I love that fabric so much. I got it in another colourway. So I picked up 3 meters. I've got 3 meters of this. Again, I purchased it in a sale. I got it from the Fabric Boutique, and I think I am going to use this to make another new look shirt dress. I think I'm going to extend it and have a kind of, not quite a maxi, maybe a mid-axi. Is that a thing? I think it's a thing. And I'm going to straighten the hemline. So that will be a more of this shape, but it will be this shirt, longer, straighter, and that is my plan for this gorgeous pink. It is like a cerise pink with orange. Love it. So yes, that was my one of my purchases from the Fabric Boutique. What else did I get from there? I'm going to go back to Simple Life Fabrics because I also picked this up while I was at the flash sale. This is a really lovely cotton voile. It's satiny to the feel. I love that it's on a black background but got this glorious bright orange, bright pink, and that kind of purple colour with it, and that rusty colour leaves. I just think that's really lovely. I want to make, I don't know actually, let me just say that I've got a couple of meters. I'm torn between making a pair of wide leg pants with this. I probably will actually, or a blouse. I don't know. edging towards the wide leg trousers, because I think I've got other fabrics that will go nicely with this, or I make a blouse with it and match it with this viscose linen that was in my stash, but I'm not sure them pinks are the right shades to go together, but I pulled that out this morning to have a look. I probably will make wide leg trousers with this, because I think then there's so many nice colours in there, I can match that with different colour tops. So yeah, that's my Simple Life Fabrics items. Okay, so next, this is from a shop I've never heard of before. So it's a new shop to me. I got 3 meters of this chocolate brown ribbed jersey, and it's from Moonbow Fabrics. Never really heard of them. I just googled chocolate brown ribbed fabric, and this was the nicest colour that came up, and it's not on the round as often ribbing fabric is. It's a full length, it's nice and wide. This is doubled up, and it has a lovely, let me show you that side, has a lovely stretch to it. I am going to the spring, I think this was spring 2024 fibre mood, and there was a dress in here I wanted to make last year and I didn't get round to it. I am going to make the Elsa dress. This is what it looks like. It's got a racer back to it, and that's what it looks like as a dress. There's also t-shirt versions of this, which I may well use. I'm not sure if I am gonna purchase the PDF pattern for this, or if I'm gonna do the tracing out of the patterns that come with the pack. The tracing out on these patterns is a little bit of a commitment. It doesn't have the seam allowances added, and if the seam allowances were the same all the way around, the pattern pieces, I wouldn't mind as much, but they're all different, and if you forget, then you get a skewed garment. So I might just order the PDF pattern and have it AR printed, but I think that's going to look really nice in this chocolate brown ribbed fabric, and I think it'd be quite nice with my jacket that I made last week, the Friday Pattern Company, what's it called, the Ilford jacket that I made in that cow print. It's kind of had a look at it this morning, and the brown is a really good match, so I'm looking forward to making that. I think it'd be nice nice addition to my spring summer wardrobe, and I really do love that. I really do love the racer back style of this top. I think it's really nice. So that is what I'm going to do with this beauty. I'll shove it under the desk. Yes, so that was the only fabric I bought from Moonbow, but I will have a little check on their website in the future, because it came relatively quickly and it's a really decent quality ribbing. The other fabric that I got from Simple Life Fabrics, when Sarah had that flash sale, is this lovely t-shirt fabric. So I got 3 meters of this. It's 4-way stretch on it. It's like a blushy pink with like a brown colour running through it, like an uneven stripe, which I really like. I think that's really nice. I was thinking of making a Tilly and the Buttons Tabitha t-shirt dress from this, and putting some nice deep slits up the sides so they're nice and flowy. I think this would look really lovely as a t-shirt dress, and I haven't made a Tabitha t-shirt dress for about 3-4 years. It was something I made it's from the Make It Simple book, which was one of the first, well, it was the first book that I purchased in my early days of sewing. And I wore the t-shirt dress that I made way back when. I wore that earlier this week and thought, do you know what, I need to repeat this, because actually my sewing skills have come on a long way since I made that first dress. And I think I'd be excited to see what it looks like with a bit more precision sewing, shall we say. The other one is fine, but I don't wear it out. I wear it at home. This, I think, will make a beautiful t-shirt dress. So that is 2 t-shirt dresses, and that is my other Simple Life Fabrics purchase. Now, I got quite excited about this next, well, actually both my next purchases. They are from Fabric Godmother. I purchased these because I could access the 20% discount for the Sew April Blouse Challenge, which I think was phenomenal this year. There's been some absolutely gorgeous blouses made up for that challenge this year. And I saw this, I think I saw this at Stitch Fest. Oh, it's been running through my mind ever since I pressed the purchase button and got myself some. And it is this absolutely stunning viscose linen. It's from their new range. I don't think it's got the name of, I think it's called Eden, maybe. But it's non-directional, so much less waste of the fabric. I got 3 meters of it. Oh, I just adore it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The designs on it are just stunning. Love it, love it. And I love that kind of beigey, biscuity colour background with those bright pops of orange and then the dark and navy colours. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So, what am I going to do with it? Well, I had a few different ideas rummaging around in my Britain. What I did want was a cord set that I could wear together or separately. And I think I am going to make the New Look 6697. I should just about have enough fabric. It's a lovely little cropped blouse, and I think that will go with so many other things in my wardrobe. And then there's this lovely straight lined skirt to go with it. And the seat on the back, it's very plain on the back, and it has a little back split up the side. It has I think it's an invisible zipper. Yeah, invisible zipper. I just about have enough fabric to make this, and because it's non-directional, I think that will work, and I just think that'll look really super cute. I think the skirt with a little vest top would be really nice as well. The shirt with a pair of shorts or jeans would look really nice, and then together I think they would look pretty spectacular, especially for like a holiday, which I haven't booked yet. I really need to crack on with that. Chris and I definitely need to get a bit of a summer holiday booked in. But yes, I think that'll be a lovely holiday make. So I've been really excited about this fabric, really excited about it. So I'm really looking forward to making that. The New Look, it's a Mrs. I'm not sure how inclusive this pattern is. they're certainly not known for being super inclusive, are they? But this this goes from a European size 32 to a 44. So it's a 30.5-inch bust to a 40-inch bust, a 23-inch waist to a 32-inch waist. Now, I don't know if that's because they have this in different pattern sizes. They may well have, this is a, yeah, they may have another size which has the 18 to whatever size range in, but obviously I've got the one that has my size in. I'm not sure. You'd have to have a look at that if you were interested in it. But I just think that's a really pretty little set. When I look at this, I think the shoulders look like they are kind of off the shoulder. I think I might adjust that so it sits on the shoulder. I'm not sure that's my favourite look, and I'm not sure I like how that hangs from the model on the picture. So I may, well, I'll probably trace it with the Swedish pattern paper, because I can then stitch that together, try it on, and then adjust it, and then take the stitches out. So I might do that, because I'm not super keen on that angle of the sleeve, but I think it's a beautiful set nonetheless. I really do like a nice slimlined pencil skirt. So yes, that potentially was going to be made with another fabric that I had in mind maybe last year, and it never really got to the cutting table. So that's back on the agenda for spring summer 25 in this beauty of a fabric. So yeah, looking forward to making that up. The last fabric that I have was also from Fabric Godmother, and I just thought these colours were absolutely stunning. I do have a kind of checked fabric. It's not checked, it is, let me show you. I do have fabric that I purchased at the Stitch Fest in not the same colours but kind of similar colours. This has got more of a yellow tone, and this is slightly more creamier tone, but those colours I absolutely adore together. And when I saw this double gauze, I was like, yes, that is stunning. I think it'll go with a lot of stuff that I've got. The pink linen, viscose linen that I showed you just now, as a pair of, maybe another pair of landers. Maybe that's a pair of landers in the making with a nice top to go with it. I did think that I want to make another Harper top, and that was actually this is a Fibre Mood magazine from 2 years ago now, spring 2023, and I absolutely love the Harper top. I made one in a very, very lightweight viscose linen Christmas before last in a kind of dark navy blue, and I think it's time I had a spring summer version of that. I just love how this gathers at the top rather than at the bodice bit here, and it's one piece that gathers all the way from the cuff all the way around the bodice and back down to the other side. So that top piece is all one piece, and it is the back has a little split at the top with a button to fasten it. It's a gorgeous little blouse, and the great thing is I have the pattern pieces, they're already cut out. I think that would be really grand in this double gauze. It's just such a beautiful colourway. And actually on the other side, it's a smaller stripe. So maybe a little bit of using both of those stripes could be nice. If the top half was the thinner stripe and then the main bodice in the wider stripe, that could look really quite lovely actually. Hadn't even thought about using both sides, but that is really quite lovely, don't you think? So yeah, and double gauze is just such a beautiful fabric to wear in the summer, especially with something that's got a little bit of looseness and floor to it. I think that would be really lovely. Now, I guess the problem that I have is this is a lot of meterage of new fabric. And I was, at the beginning of the year, I kind of ran out of storage. I had nowhere to put any fabrics because my stash is now a nice size. So when I see something, I can have a look through my stash. And really, I could have made all of them items. Well, I couldn't. I didn't have any ribbon fabric. I don't have much t-shirt in fabrics. I did need to get a few more bits. But, you know, we just love fabric, don't we? So I did need a little bit more storage. I think it was last March I made a vlog showing a little tour of my sewing room. I'll try and put a picture here of what it looked like then. And I'm going to show you what it looks like now because I had to get some more storage in this space. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. And the only thing I got rid of was the kind of plasticky little box that had my sewing patterns in. So you can see as you come in, actually you can see what I'm working on. I am making a blanket flight suit in this very fine lime green fabric. It's a lightweight, very lightweight cotton. It's kind of crinkled. I don't remember the name of the fabric. I bought that at Stitch Fest last year, and it is finally, whilst I think I'm not still in my green phase, I still have green fabrics. So yeah, you can see I'm a good way through creating my next blanket flight suit. My mirror is in the same place as it has been, and my Welsh dresser is in the same place, but over here I had a little box, and it was a bit naff. It had all my paper patterns in, and you can see I've bought a storage unit there, and I have to have all my fabrics in the bins because I get so much sun here, and I learnt the hard way that if you don't keep them covered up, they get damaged. And then I bought this one. So we had a hardware store here in the UK. I think it was linked to Sainsbury's home base. They closed down, and I got both of these units and all of the bins, and I decided to pick the different colours out so that it wasn't too much of one blocked colour, and left some of the storage units open for my PDF patterns and various boxes with bits and bobs in, and then my printed patterns. I think I'm going to get something else to put those in eventually, but it has my books on the top, it has my storage boxes there that I can put bits in. So actually, in terms of the space it's given me, it's brilliant. And they cost me altogether for both of those units and all of the storage bins, that cost me just over £100, which I thought was really super good value. And then I literally just moved my glass fronted cabinet along. Let me just shift my chair out of the way. That acts as storage, but it also has my machines on, and then I have my working desk, which that area hasn't really changed, except I do have what is, I think it's just a laundry bin that has some fabrics in there as well. I have a picture that I put on the wall and it fell off the wall. I obviously didn't do that very well, so I have to fix that. And that picture is just something very inexpensive that I got from a hardware store, but the images on that remind me of a holiday that Chris and I had with a very dear friend of mine who is no longer with us, and I just love looking at that image because it reminds me of a very rainy day in France that we had together. So yeah, that needs to go back on the wall. And then I have my workspace that I use for actual work and for my sewing, so they just get moved about depending on what I'm doing. And then my trolley was moved over here. This was so I could move it around easier, but you can see I've already filled it with stuff. It's got all my Adam sauce bits down there because I do want to do what am I going to make first? I'm going to make the hold all, can't remember the name of it, but yes, I have all my Adam sauce bits and bobs down there. The middle is just stuff that I need to add into the bins, and the top is the stuff that I have just showed you that I need to add in the bins. And then I also have this little two shelves little unit, which also actually came with the others. So all of that, this little 2-1 and the ones that I showed you, the 4 and the 16, that was all for just over £100. I have my little waste bin there. I've got my workbooks in the bottom, and I have some workbooks there. But yeah, that is how I now use, and all of this, there is room in my bins for all of this. All of the bins have stuff in, but none of them are full. So there's plenty storage to add my extra fabrics into. So yeah, I have loads of room now. I also still have space under here, and I have space there. Sorry if I threw the camera around a little bit quick there. And I think the bit in between the units, it seemed like a bit of a wasted space. I literally have just put all of the stuff that I don't use regularly. I've got my old ironing board, which I think I'm probably going to take to a swaps table and see if anybody needs next time I go to the Southern Social. I've got my trolleys that I use when I go on sewing socials, and they can just be pulled out of there. And I have my threads up there. I still need to make a cover for my threads because they still get a little bit of sunshine on them. So yeah, I need to make a cover for those. And I have a little bit more room over here because all my books have been moved off, and actually it's just been filled with cottons that need to go in the bins. And I have the sewing patterns that I've been working on. I usually put up there until I've finished with them, and then they can go in the stash with all of the other stuff. I have got my little ironing station set up here just for ease when I'm pressing out the pockets. I need to add the breast pockets onto the fronts of the blanket flight suit. So that's just a quick and easy little space to be to be doing my pressing as I go. So that is what my sewing room looks like now. I was a bit worried actually that adding all this extra storage would mean I would have to get rid of some of my old storage, but whilst it's quite compact, it works for me and I still have plenty of room, so I don't feel like I'm claustrophobic in here where there's so much furniture, but I do have the storage that I need. So that's my current situation. Hope you liked that little mini tour and I've caught up with my fabric stash. Sorry, the camera is in my hand now because I am going to log on and do some work. So I will catch up with you soon. Have a really great week and I look forward to sharing with you what I make with all of these fabrics. Take care. Bye for now.